Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode. I am Donna and this is Brian. We decided a few months ago to do a podcast on men's mental health awareness to try to break the stigma. Brian suffers from panic disorder, anxiety, and depression, and we found that him talking about it on something like this helps. And if it can help another person, then we succeeded in what we wanted to do. We're not giving any medical advice. This is just how he handles things, how he does things. Might not be right for you, but it's how he does it and he handles things. This is not suitable for kids, a lot of adult content, and the language can get a little iffy. If you're easily offended, this probably isn't a show you should watch. With that being said, if you do like what you hear and see, please subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. We will get back to you as soon as we can. Okay, so with all that being said, I guess with everything going around about mental health lately, and it's been a lot more, I'd say the past couple months than previous. You're seeing a lot more shows have been touching base on it, movies.
A lot more people talking about it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. A lot more people are bringing it up more and more. How does that make you feel considering you've been suffering almost in silence for so long? Where people didn't want to talk about it.
I mean, it's for them. It's good. I mean, it's probably better for everybody, I guess. I guess it'll be that small part of me that's like, what the fuck took you so long? And not to an individual. Like, we've watched a couple of shows or documentaries and stuff where people have talked about it. I don't mean them specifically. I just mean the
Society
in general. Yeah. But we watched the. I was going to say jellyfish. Roll.
I've never watched a jellyfish. I mean, you may have. I'm not a fan of them. I'm afraid they're going to sting me.
I've seen them on the Discovery Channel, but Jelly Roll's documentary saved me.
Yes.
Where he was pretty open about everything. I don't really think he held back. If he did hold back stuff, I don't know what it was, but. And we also saw something else. Oh, we watched Sky King, where he wasn't open about it. He just had hijacked a plane, and then, you could tell what he was, he was going through shit, and then his family, and later on.
I think too the Jelly Roll thing. He had beaten so much to get to where he's at. But he admits to this day he still suffers. There's days where he doesn't want to get out of bed.
And he actually said one thing. He brought up one thing where he said, how long does he have to live with, I guess, the guilt from the damage? And his situation obviously is not the same as mine. But I can somewhat relate because I feel like I've done damage to people in the past. And he said, how long does it take before you, can let that go? And I always remember a quote from a movie where it's, you never get even for the wrongs that you've done. You just have to deal with it.
And he admitted a lot of his were self-induced.
Self-inflicted.
Right.
Yeah.
Yours, on the other hand.
Now, the stuff he suffers with now, I mean, he suffers with depression, anxiety, and, all that stuff, imposter syndrome, which I feel that way with my art.
So I guess I understand where they're coming from, where anyone who has done damage to people and has managed to get their life straightened out, the guilt for the damage they've caused other people, especially if it was
Well, I think at the end of it, he said that he feels like he's at that place where he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to ask for that forgiveness anymore. That he feels like he's gotten through it, and you know.
I guess my thing is somebody's going to accept you for you no matter what. Good, bad, the ugly.
Yeah, it's very few people.
Well, then that's on them. As far as I'm concerned, that's on them. But I mean, we've even watched shows that touched base, and we're going back to the 90s, that touched base on mental health. The Sopranos. The first episode, you see Tony Soprano have what they claimed as a panic attack when he was on the grill and he went down and thought he was dying. And
He just would start to have. His to me, I don't know what they want to call it, but that to me looked more like a severe panic attack with hyperventilation.
yeah.
Or a anxiety attack, not a panic attack, where he's just sitting there and he's like, I don't know what's wrong. Like, I don't feel good. Starts having trouble breathing and he blacks out.
And I think,
Again, I know everybody's different and there's
Right.
different stages of all kinds of stuff, but to me, that would be somebody who's having an anxiety attack and is hyperventilating and goes out. Because you hyperventilate enough and your body will just pass out
Right.
as a safety mechanism.
well, I was going to say, some people's body, maybe that could be a panic attack to him, but his safety mechanism kicks in. So he does pass out so he doesn't go into that. Like, I guess it depends how your fight and flight go. Big time. I mean, everyone's different. But I mean, that was back in the 90s.
I didn't see it until a couple years ago.
Right. But I mean, it was originally aired in the 90s. Or you look at, like, I'm trying to think other movies or shows that kind of touched base on it that.
I've seen movies and shows back then but still nobody talked about it.
Well,
Because what does everybody talk about in The Sopranos? If you're sitting around and people are talking about it, nobody talks about him going to a therapist. They talk about everybody getting whacked and
well, even in the show, he was embarrassed that he went to a therapist.
the crime and all that. Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess, and now you look at shows. I'm trying to think. I don't watch anything current, really. I do. I watch a show called The Pit. It's based on Pittsburgh's trauma center. And two of the lead doctors on that show. One's a military vet who suffers from PTSD, and the other one who Noah Wiley plays suffers from anxiety, survivor's guilt. He lost his mentor during COVID, and he survived it. And I understand it's a TV show, but they also touch base on what they're going through emotionally. Now, imagine going through that emotionally and working in a full-fledged level 1 trauma center, where if you see 20 patients, 8 of them may die a shift.
I have trouble getting to the supermarket.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so having,
I give credit to anybody who has, jobs, businesses, whatever, and somehow deals with that, because I don't know how they do it. Not me.
do you think maybe if way back when, if you would have reacted differently, you would be in a different space now?
Yeah.
It's hard to say what if, but
yeah. But who teaches fight and flight? Like, hey, you may have a panic attack or an anxiety attack sometime in your life. Don't get up and run. Just sit there. It'll pass.
no one teaches fight and flight, but it's how you've always handled things growing up.
Yeah, I just quit when it became hard.
Okay, so
Run from the problem. It'll go away.
do you think?
It doesn't, but
Oh no, not
was,
at all.
That was the mentality.
So if you think, do you think now, if you were to tell your younger self something now, what would it be?
Yeah, the first time I went to go quit something, just figure it out and get it done. Because that becomes a habit.
I agree. Yeah.
Like it literally, it, and I mean, anybody will say that it's way easier to just give up and quit something than it is to bash your head against the wall to get it to work.
Correct.
And once you start, quitting things, whether it's the trumpet, karate,
Wait, you did karate?
for about 5 minutes, and then I quit. Basketball, youth league, baseball when I was like 5 or 6. I don't know what it was. Maybe older. Cub Scouts, Sea Scouts. Pretty much every job I've ever had. The guitar. The only thing I can say I'm still doing from when I was a kid is, yeah, I guess I have the guitar again, but I'm not taking lessons and not really learning anything new. I just stumble upon shit, and then, the other day the amp system that I bought just sucks complete ass. So everything just got packed up, and it'll get moved, and that'll be the end of that. Now I'll still play at home,
Because you have the equipment that you can.
right? And eventually I'll get another amp for here, and but the only thing that I really have that was consistent was the art. And
In
again,
one way or the other.
yeah, I mean, it changed in various forms. I went to like, graphite, color pencil, painting, markers, crayons, craft stuff, airbrushing, from clothes to wood plaques to vehicle type stuff, back to clothes, color pencil, back and forth, tattoo designing. Cartoons that are like vehicles, but you turn them into like cartoons, you like exaggerate them. Stuff like, period of that, car art, finer art, just various different things. But again, they would get to a point where I would quit and that stuff would get, now, back in the day, it used to just all get thrown out. I don't know why I thought boxes were like a foreign thing to me, and I couldn't just put the shit in a box
I don't
and
think
put
it was
somewhere.
I don't think it was that. I think it was easier for you to throw it away. You didn't have to deal with it, and you didn't have the constant reminder of,
Whatever I just failed at.
or you just gave up on.
Yeah.
You look at it as a failure, where most people would probably look at it as,
Part of the process.
yeah, it's so. I mean, stop and think about it. If somebody, I'll go with painting a car, and they screw up, how do they fix it? Reprimer, repaint it, right?
Well, it depends on the screw up.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
If it's one small spot, you sand it down, repaint it.
so nothing, mostly nothing comes at the first shot. It doesn't. I mean, if that was the case, all of us would be
Well,
an expert in something.
yeah, but a lot of the things where I've already drawn or been drawing for 30 years, so those mistakes, kind of, as far as I'm concerned, shouldn't happen. Like like, I know color theory, I know light source and perspective and composition and, all of that, shading, highlighting, whatever.
Right.
I know layering of colors and color pencil, and I know what goes with what and what doesn't and all of that stuff. So it's like,
And you've been doing that for how long? 30 years, you said?
Colored pencil?
Just art in general.
Art? I mean, since I was a kid, so I mean, 50 years.
Okay. And you've been alive how long? 56?
Mm-hmm.
Have you excelled in being a person? Or do you still make mistakes in life?
Is this a trick question?
No, but do you see what I'm saying?
No, I definitely do not excel at being a human being.
But do you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't think anyone, even the people that are famous, Van Gogh, yes, I know he's dead. Famous artist, right?
Now, not when he was actually painting.
But I am sure there are times where something that we would think is, give me something he painted.
Okay, yeah, I'm an artist. I'm not a fan of the masters.
Okay,
Like,
do you know anything he painted? I can't think of anything.
there's a bouquet of flowers. I don't know if that was him or Picasso or Manet or Monet
But that's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
He can look at his painting and probably see tons of flaws in it. And that would be typical. And like you said, he wasn't famous until after he was gone, right? Is that when he became famous?
Pretty much any artist does not become famous while they're producing art. It's very rare.
I guess my thing is, even somebody who, take art out of it, take people that are in bands. I'll use James Hetfield as an example. He's been singing for how long? He's been Metallica for how long?
Basically 80. I mean, I'm sure he was doing it before that, but 82 was their first album.
All right. They were
So
just at
44 years.
he was just at a concert where he messed up when he was supposed to start singing.
That's different.
But he's been doing it for so long, you would think he would excel at it.
Oh, okay, but they also have 800 billion songs that he has to remember. You're going to screw it up eventually.
But
it's a live performance. You're not sitting in the studio with no distraction and just like, how did I just fuck that up, idiot?
What did we watch? I think it was the Bon Jovi thing where he was getting ready to do his comeback. And they were in the studio.
The documentary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were in the studio, and I couldn't believe how many times in the studio they'd be like, it doesn't sound right, do it again. Like, and yeah, I thought the same thing. Like, these guys are supposed to excel at this. Why does it take 4, 5, 6, 10, 20 takes in a studio?
Well, I mean, and I'm not comparing myself to anybody in the music thing, but I do that when I come upon a riff that I like, that I've figured out or fell upon or whatever. I'll record it 6 or 7 times before I get the one that I actually like.
Right.
And it'll take me months of fiddling around with it until I get it to where I actually like it.
Right, but this isn't a riff that you've been playing for years already.
No, but again, I don't have 20 albums with 10 songs. You know, I don't have 200 songs.
Right, I get that, but
plus covers and everything else that you're doing. So, and music's different. It's not like you don't whip out a 6 foot by 6 foot canvas, get halfway through it and go, nah, I'm going to do it again, and just paint over it. You know what? That's not just paint over. Oh, okay, eventually you're going to throw the canvas out. It's got too much freaking paint on it.
do you think they've ever done that with lyrics?
Of course.
I guess
But that's not. But that you can just go, no, crumple that piece of paper up. If I already spent 40 hours on drawing something and it now gets fucked up, it's now. Again, I've gotten better with it, but it's very hard to just crumple that up and start over again, because you know that you have to spend another 40 hours just to get where you were.
But I get that.
And I'm all about the end result. Like, I want to see it finished. Even though I'm the one doing it, it's like I don't really so much enjoy the process. I enjoy the result, which probably is bad for being an artist.
But does the end result always look like what you pictured in your head from the very beginning?
Not once. It's never happened to this day. If it does, I'll let everybody know, but no.
But I think that's the creative side in you, don't you? Because as you're doing it, like you have this vision, and I'm not, by any means, I am not an artist. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler. I am horrendous. But you have this vision. And then as you're doing it, you see something and say, wait, this might work better. Or this might, or that might. And the end result looks different. Would that be part of the creative process?
Not for me.
Why?
Because I had the image in my head, and that's what I want.
So nothing could have been better than your original image?
I'm not saying it couldn't be better because art's subjective.
I'm saying
for
to you.
Me,
yeah.
For me, I already know what I want. This is what I want on there. Now, are there things, colors could change?
That's what I mean.
Or be like, this needs to be a little darker, but the overall image is what I have in my head. It doesn't happen.
Okay.
Now, a lot of the stuff that I've done that people like is, work that was, a portrait. Well, I'm not coming up with that. I'm just copying that face.
Okay.
Or they want a painting of their car, or a graphite drawing of their car. I'm just taking that and putting it on paper.
But how many portraits have you seen that doesn't look like the person?
And you know what? A lot of them sell more than the ones that actually look like the person.
Could that be because the painting looks better than the actual person does? I'm not trying to be mean, but I mean...
No, because if you don't capture the person's likeness, then it's not them.
We have seen, what were we watching?
Ink Master.
But it's hard to do with it's hard with tattoos.
No, it's not. It's the same exact thing. It's just you're just using different tools. It's the same result.
But I mean, we've seen, all right, so with Ink Master alone, we've seen where...
Yeah, people have completely botched.
Yeah.
And, I remember that one lady who had her grandmother or whatever, and he turned her into Leatherface.
Yeah.
Whoever it was just aged her by like 30 years.
And it's crazy because sometimes you'll hear people say, well, can you make the face thinner? Your face isn't thinner.
Oh, I had a person who wanted her late husband and her on, the same thing, which I don't like doing because it's a small piece of paper, and doing small portraits is a pain in the ass.
I guess my request won't happen then.
So I did the late husband first, loved it, nailed it, looks just like him, according to her. So then it's the same picture. Now, all I have to do is separate it from the actual photograph because she wanted it like him looking down, kind of.
Okay.
Like above her. And she's like, can you change the teeth? And I'm like, they're your teeth. So
braces can, dentures can, but I can't.
I'm like, I'm not an orthodontist.
Yeah, it's like...
And I was like, okay. So I changed that. She's like, there's something with, like, can you make my mouth, like you said, like thinner, like here? And I'm like, okay. Now, this is 4 or 5 times. So by now, the paper's starting to get chewed up. That's another thing people don't understand. Paper can only take so many layers of what you're putting on it, whether it's graphite, color pencil, paint. And then when you're erasing it, now you're turning it fuzzy, and you will end up getting right through the paper at some point.
Right. I've seen that with erasing just assignments or something.
Yeah. And imagine this is heavy professional drawing paper, and I'm now like, it's not going to take much more.
Right.
And then she turns around and goes, hey, you know what, just do it the way it was the first time. I think you had it then. And I was like, if you were standing in a room with me, I'd choke the shit out of you. Like, and then it just ended up back exactly the way it was, which was, if you took the picture, it's just a black and white version of the photograph that she sent me. So, yeah, you get that. But the thing with portraits is you have to capture the person's likeness. I always start with the eyes and go from there. Nose, mouth. If you nail them, you pretty much have the rest of it, unless you just suddenly, warp their head out to the side or something.
I have to admit, you did a portrait for me of our late Sheba.
A German Shepherd. We didn't own a person.
I working on quite a few people. He's one of them. Anyway, I have to say that you nailed the likeness. To walk by that picture feels like Sheba is hanging on the wall, which sounds really crazy. But like the likeness of it was incredible.
And that was one where I had gotten about 6-7 hours into it, and it just wasn't, there was something about it that I didn't like, so I threw that out and started over again.
Yeah, and Sheba was a very unique looking dog. Like,
honestly, that was probably the first time I've ever done that.
What, to start over again?
Yeah. Most of the time, if I fuck something up or I don't like it, like that project's just dead.
It was for me, though.
Probably had something to do with it.
I'm still waiting for my rose to be done.
Your what?
My rose.
Excuse the language. What the fuck are you talking about? What rose?
On the black canvas.
Okay, first of all, you didn't request that.
You said you were doing it for me.
Yes.
I'm still
I just
waiting.
decided to do something, and
Right.
You'll continue to wait.
He was supposed to hold on. He was supposed to do a haunted house for Halloween. Then he was.
That's still there. It's not a haunted house. It's a graveyard scene.
Yeah.
It's still there.
Is it even, or is it just a white canvas?
No, it's actually has. I did a couple different shades of purple, and then I went back in with white chalk and mapped out all the.
The purple was when you sent me a picture and said, "How do you like Barney?"
No, I said that was Barney and Grimace spooning.
Oh, inappropriate.
Yeah, nobody remembers who Grimace was. A purple dude from McDonald's.
I don't
But
know
anyway.
why people don't remember him.
But that's still there, and it will get done. Probably not this year, but
Eh.
at some point.
Wow.
Well, I'm not set up for canvas painting right now.
Yeah. Always a reason.
I can dismantle the whole studio.
But I have to say, if I need a shirt done, and I would never do this to him because I am so not last minute. But I could be like, yo, can you give me a shirt in like 2 weeks? Of course, he'll wait until the night before to do it for me, but it gets done.
This is a complete fabrication because literally what she'll do is 10 o'clock at night go, I should have went and got a shirt. We got a thing tomorrow. So I'll spend the rest of the night. We'll run out, go get a shirt from like Walmart or Hobby Lobby or
Who's open at
Michael's.
10 o'clock at night? You know he's full of crap. It's at least a week ahead of time.
Walmart. And then she goes to bed. I go home, do the shirt, have it back here before the morning. And most of these shirts are not like just spray a name across it. Like the one was some fall festival thing, Fall Fest or something.
Fall Fest for Philly Job Corps.
And I did realistic leaves all over it. So
It was lovely.
It took, a few hours. It wasn't like a 5-minute thing.
And he did so I teach MA students, so it's Allied Health. And for Pride Month, he did a caduceus in the rainbow color, which was a huge success.
That one was pretty fast. You needed a Halloween shirt.
You had plenty enough time for that. That was not a last minute thing.
You didn't bring it up. You all of a sudden were like, I need a shirt for Halloween, so I did the Mickey.
No, you did that before because I wore that to Linville Orchards for the trip.
Well, it's a couple years old, but it was a last minute
Yeah,
thing.
it wasn't that. Your memory's going, honey. It's okay.
Okay. You have about 30 freaking shirts at this point, and I think about 25 of them were all last minute.
I'm going to disagree with that statement.
You can disagree with it all you want.
But I think, and
Honestly, I work better that way.
I was going to say, I think, to be honest with you, if I give you too much time to think about it.
Yeah, I'll try to do some super elaborate pain in the ass thing and just piss myself off for no reason.
Yeah, so, but I also think that keeping you busy like that at the last minute kind of keeps you occupied to where you're not like.
I don't have time to think about it. It just has to get done.
Yeah. And I've noticed, and you can tell me if you disagree with this, but I notice when, I don't want to say I give you tasks, when I ask you to do certain things,
I just get up and do them right then and there, because if you say I need this done by next week,
Yeah.
it's not going to get done.
And I think it's
And there's times where you're like, I need to get that water up here, but you don't have to do it now. It's like, I'm going to go do it now because it won't get done.
yeah. I mean,
I'll do it while it's on my mind, or it just.
it'll sit there for a month, and I'll be dying of thirst. But I think keeping you occupied, though, I think is good for your mental health too, as long as you're not overly stimulated.
Well, get me one of those little things I can lay under and they make noise.
A child's mobile
Yeah.
that they put in the
And
crib.
maybe some Legos. Keep me occupied. It's the way you just worded it, like keep me occupied.
No, that's
like a
not
small child.
No, that's not what I meant. I mean, if you had things to do, if you are idle for a long period of time,
Oh, nothing good's going to happen.
right? That's what I'm saying. Nothing good comes out of that. I mean, it's bad enough some of the stuff that comes out of your mouth when you're not idle, but being idle only makes it worse. Like, when did we go and get the stuff for the 4th of July? Friday? I don't even know what day it is.
You'll probably be seeing this in like November, so
Oh, yeah, sorry, I keep forgetting
don't
that.
be like freaked out about the 4th of July. Which time? Because we just went today.
But I think Friday we hung up all the stuff, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
that's when we went to like Davis's and
Yeah.
not Michael's.
Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby.
But I mean, that day we were on the hunt for stuff. We got the stuff, we put it up. Like, it was a very active day. And I think being active keeps you more stimulated. But not overstimulated.
Well, it also keeps me distracted.
Right.
Like, so if there is a little twinge of something, whatever it may be, and we're doing something, I don't focus on it because I'm doing something else. Now, if it majorly comes along, then it doesn't matter what I'm doing, it's not going to help.
Right.
But the minor things, it definitely helps. Just, and that's why times at home when I get into one of those moods and I start airbrushing or making stencils, or I have a stencil maker at home for making my own instead of buying them.
And he'll sit there and do that for hours.
Yeah, I mean, I'll spend like 3 or 4 days and make like 100 stencils. Just keep trying to figure them out. Oh, that one didn't work. And there's literally in my living room, well, what used to be my living room, there's just little pieces of plastic everywhere.
It is a pet peeve of mine. I want to go over there and just sweep it up. He's like, leave it go, I'll vacuum. When?
Well, some of it might actually be a stencil that I'm going to be using, and I don't know that it's down there. It's just in a pile of stuff. I'm like, wait a minute, I need that shape, or I can use it for something.
No, but I think one of the things that I've noticed with people that have some type of panic disorder or anxiety disorder, I've noticed that if you keep them occupied on something that they enjoy, a task that they enjoy doing, it helps. I know I had a student who would crochet. It was very soothing to her.
Well, I could tell you right now, if that was set up here, I would have so much shit done and ready to go compared to my house. Because when I get there, I don't know what it is. I have energy when I'm here.
I was going to go like that. I just whacked myself with the mic.
No, I'm not editing it out. Just going to have to deal with that one.
I was going to say, it's me.
The 6 people that are going to see it, you'll be all right. I don't remember what I was saying.
Energy here.
Oh, yeah, like when I'm here, I can do shit like all day. But leave me home, and I have trouble getting out of bed.
Is it because you're lonely, you're by yourself, you don't want to be there? Like, what, all the above? What do you think it is?
I don't know. Laziness?
Then why aren't you lazy here?
I have no idea. But if you come over to the house, what have I done when you come over there? I pick up the guitar, or I'll go in and airbrush something
Yeah.
real quick and go, here, what do you think of that?
Yeah. So do you think it's me? Do you
I mean, that seems to be the common denominator.
Now, when I was down the shore, you came over here to pick up the mail and you stayed here for a little while. What were you doing?
Just watching TV. I think I got something to eat, did the dishes, got the mail, put the trash out.
Yeah, you were here for a little while. I mean,
I was here for a couple hours.
yeah.
Because it wasn't my house. But there's times where I'm fine just. But when I'm home, I don't know, it's weird. Like I want to be I'd rather be here. And I've never been here and go, man, I wish I could just go home. Like it doesn't work that way. But then, like I said, if there was a spot that I could set up the airbrushing here, I would, because it would all get done. Like the store would be populated, all that shit would be done. I go home and I don't know why, but my energy level just goes, whoosh,
Right.
and it's like, I know I've got to do this. Let me go lay down or let me grab something to eat, get a shower, and then I'll do it. And then 4 hours later, I'm asleep. And then when I get up, I'm usually wash my face, brush my teeth, or grab something to eat, and head out the door.
Right.
So, I don't know, it's weird. I don't know. Because, I mean, yeah, you could just be like, let's go straighten up the garage. Okay. And that's not something that I sit around like, oh, I can't wait to go straighten up the garage. But if you say it, I'll just go out there and start doing it. Or if you say, hey, I want to clean out my closet or straighten up the drawers, or, okay.
And that's not something I'm like, yeah, let's go do that.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to doing your closet.
Uh,
Looks like TJ Maxx exploded.
I do not have that much clothes. Uh,
Let's put it this way.
oh, God. Lies are all lies.
Yeah, I've been bringing over clothes and leaving stuff here, so when we go riding or if I'm going to take a shower, I got stuff to change into. I have 2 little cubby holes and 1 drawer. And the drawer's this big. There's no room for any. And I have I have a shirt and a jacket that are hung up on the back of the door. There's no room for anything else.
There is. If you need to bring more over, I can make room. That's not a problem.
Yeah, I could bring over a sock.
Let's be honest. That little drawer contains your underwear and your socks. Mm-hmm. That's it. They're not that big. Okay, they could be into a small drawer.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm just saying, if I needed a drawer to put shirts in or jeans,
I could give you a drawer.
No, you could.
Sure, I could.
What, by just taking them out and putting them on the hope chest and leaving them there?
No. I could give you a drawer if needed, babe, but it's not needed, so this discussion is totally irrelevant.
Moving along.
Anyway.
Back on topic. Whatever it was.
I think you staying busy it helps. I do. I think, and we don't have to be doing something specific, just something, even if we're watching a movie that we both like, or watching a documentary or something like that, that keeping you stimulated in that sense, I think helps.
Yeah, as long as it's not Happy Gilmore 2 or...
He loved Stuber. I don't understand why he loved Stuber so much, but he did. It was like one of his favorite movies.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
But I'll say this. I'll watch that before I watch Happy Gilmore 2.
Who was in Stuber again? The wrestler dude.
Dave Bautista.
Yeah. Good job.
I'll watch it before Deadpool 3, which Deadpool 1 and 2 are like high up on my list of movies, but...
That's what we should watch, Deadpool. I'm in the mood to laugh.
I'm not watching the third one ever again. I feel bad because you spent $20 buying it.
Yeah, I know, you suck.
I ain't never watching that again.
We would like to, you know what we should watch? Well, we're waiting for it to come out where we don't have to pay like $30 for it. Michael.
Yeah, I want to see it, but I don't want to. I don't know that I want to buy it for $25.
Yeah.
And then because it's not a documentary,
It
it's a
it's a movie.
biopic or whatever they
Yeah.
call them these days. And a lot of them I'm not real fans of. Like I didn't watch Dahmer
So
because those ones they either have to be complete documentaries or I'm not watching them.
so it was funny with Dahmer. My students were raving about it, and I was like, well, let me look it up. Half the stuff on the movie Dahmer wasn't even accurate. Like the neighbor that called didn't even live in his complex; she lived across. So it wasn't 100% accurate. That was my biggest thing. We have watched a couple of really good documentaries lately, though. Like we watched The Crash. We watched Sky King. There was another one we just watched.
Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll. Maternal Instinct.
Oh, the chick that killed the woman to take her baby.
Yeah. And The Nurse. Over in England.
Oh yeah, the one that killed like 20 kids or
Kids,
something.
yeah.
The neonatal nurse.
Yeah. So and that's one thing we both enjoy. We both enjoy watching the documentaries and stuff like that. But just keeping occupied, I think, helps. And like we just said, the next couple of days is supposed to be, weather's not supposed to be the world's best. So that's what we'll be doing.
Yeah, we're supposed to be in the hundreds for like 4 days, and I'm not doing shit outside.
So yeah, so we'll be.
That motorcycle's going to sit there. I don't give a fuck what needs to be done outside. It's just going to have to wait.
Yeah, we're just going to go food shop and stock up on a bunch of stuff and then just.
80s, that's one thing. Once it gets into the 90s and hundreds, like,
Yeah.
no interest.
But once again, guys, if you like what you hear, subscribe. And please tell us what you guys, if you suffer from anxiety, depression, panic disorder, what do you guys do to maybe keep your mind off of it, keep occupied? Give us a little.
Or just stuff that works for you as coping techniques.
Yeah, we're always open to suggestions. And hey, your idea may help somebody else. And
Because I haven't found shit.
this is true. Until the next one, have a good one, guys.